What's next for bass fishing tournaments in 2026? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. What's next for bass fishing tournaments in 2026? What should we expect next season? We probably will see some bigger changes. Not a lot of changes, but we know there's going to be some changes in every organization. There always is. I'm pretty confident to say that Major League Fishing probably won't change much. They're going to go down to 51 anglers, which I think is great. But I think they've found the format that works best for their tournaments. Major League Fishing is, in my opinion, on the ultimate high right now. The 1 period with, 2 without forward-facing sonar has been extraordinary this year. And condensing the field is also the right thing to do because they will have the most elite field of anglers out there. At the same time, where do those anglers go that don't qualify? Do they go to the Opens? Do they go to the Invitationals? Where do those anglers go? Because that's a big storyline for what is going to happen next year in the 2026 season. I believe next year we'll see the biggest changes on the elites. And that's because I think they'll probably have some sort of format change to justify what's going on with maybe their viewership, just some of the fan complaining that's happened over the last 2 years. Forward-facing sonar has been the biggest issue in this community in the longest time. It's something that's talked about nonstop. It's something that you have to deal with at every tournament. And the elites deciding on if they're going to do 50-50 or 70-30, or if they're just going to leave it as is probably going to be one of the biggest storylines during the off season and what's going to happen in 2026. But I do believe they'll make a change. We might even actually see a change in entry fees too, but maybe I should take that one back. And because the Invitationals only take 5 anglers and the Opens take 10, we will see some new faces in the BPT and the Elite in 2026. And we have to give credit where credit is due. Bassmaster has listened to their fans. You might not see it as drastic as you want, but they are listening to what the fans and giving the fans a little bit of respect and taking their perspective and trying to make sure that they have a format that is good for the anglers and also the fans so that their viewership numbers stay up. And that doesn't happen in every organization. Some of them just don't care what the fans want. So Bass listening to the constructive criticism that we all have said is earth-shattering in the terms of what Bass does. They've never really listened to the fans. That's the truth. They've been more transparent in a lot of things this season. And constructive criticism is really hard to take for a lot of businesses and fans and content creators. And being open to change is hard to do in this community. So when it does happen, we need to acknowledge it and appreciate it and say thank you. So thank you, Bass. And the NPFL will continue to push forward, create their platform as well as they can, and have a really successful tournament. They need to work on some payout stuff. They need to work on some things in-house probably too. But the NPFL probably has had the biggest rise in 2025. I do expect that to happen in 2026. But the bass anglers need to make sure they abide by the rules that the NPFL has out there. And they have the team behind them to be successful. Will they beat Bass? Will they beat Major League Fishing? Probably not next year. But they have the opportunity to put their foot in the door and push it open a little bit every year by getting better. And we'll see that because fans really respect what NPFL has done with prohibiting forward-facing sonar. But they also need to get more youth anglers or young anglers into their tournaments, or it will be, unfortunately, a senior league tournament. And that's good for a lot of people, but not good in many other instances. But they'll continue to push forward in 2026, and it'll be fun to watch. It's been fun to watch the transition that they've had already from, last year. No offense, fixed TV was horrible, to creating this platform where they've gotten, I mean, there were times last year where fixed TV during their tournaments, they didn't have but 100 or 200 people watching. To now have one day where they get 25, 30, 35,000 people to watch, that's unbelievable and outrageous. But npfl will continue to push forward, and it'll be fun to watch. What do you think is next for bass fishing in 2026? Comment below and tell me what you think. Do you think we're going to see it just level off? Do you think we'll see a decline or some evolution? What do you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. It's humbling and it's a great experience. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, you should be. It's quick, easy, and it's free. All you gotta do is hit that button and you're part of the team and family. Remember, take your kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.